get on the treadmill. And some of them, I make them buy like top line treadmills, and they can send me their message about how much exercise they've done. I've got people who have come to this country who have to change their name because some of them are governors. In Nigeria, every 3 days you have to change their name. They came for bypass surgery. I didn't proceed. Somebody came for just a cataract surgery. He saw me for cataract. I was going to assess whether the person can go for cataract surgery, only for me to realize that the guy can't go from here to here. I said, hey, it's not happening. He changed from cataract surgery to open heart surgery, right? That's how he ended up. He even forgot about cataract surgery. But the bottom line is that this guy, when he went to Nigeria with the treadmill, I asked him to get it on the treadmill, and that is going to help him. Anxiety, depression, the last one is weight loss. Don't exercise because you want to lose weight. My point that I'm coming here with is the power of exercise and its leisure time. There are so many benefits of it, and the danger is that we want to wait before we get a benefit. Let me say this. I'm talking about cancers, right? About 10 years ago, we started talking about intermittent fasting before certain people even started talking about it. When we had cardiovascular advocacy group, and we went around talking about these principles. About 10 years ago, specifically in 2016, this trial came out showing that in people with cancer, even when they have stage 3 cancer and they exercise, they live longer. Right? So please come in. This was the data that came in 2016, and a lot of people said, "Oh, it's not that big." Let me tell you where this data came from. This data came from the fact that even in animals, rodents, who had cancers, they made the animals that get on the treadmill by exercising. It shrank the tumor size. So thank God, everything that you have, God will give you the data concerning that. So thank God, like about 3 weeks ago, I got the answer I was looking for. Finally, we had this trial published in New England Journal. New England Journal is the #1 journal in United States and probably #1 in the world in terms of medical journal. So New England Journal now showed that in patients with stage 3 cancer or high-grade stage 2 cancer, right? In these patients that underwent structured exercise, you will be shocked by the results. I mean, in other trials we've seen benefits, but the benefit of this trial was mind-boggling. After a median of 7.9 years, the risk of disease occurrence, that is cancer again, or a new primary cancer or death, was lower 28% in the exercise group than in the health education group. And overall mortality, the doctor's word for mortality is death. Death in stage 3 cancer was reduced by 37%. So I'm not asking you to exercise because I want you to lose weight. It's what it is. But the benefits of exercise is, to be honest with you, to decide not to exercise is to do wrong to yourself. So if you're not exercising, you are losing all the benefits here that we talked about. And if exercise can impact cancer, why are you not exercising? Right? Why are you not exercising? And how many hours in a week do we have? This is an issue. Don't wait till you grow up before you get the benefits. Because when you cross a certain age, the benefits are no longer there. I'm going to show you some data and I'll finish. Just tell me my time and I'll finish it quickly. Because I can go on this for about 3 years, okay? So it is very important here, right? And as I said, it's been my prayer because I take care of people who are generally old. I have seen that the best thing in life is to grow to a certain age and then enjoy the benefits of your labor. This question of the benefits of your labor, right? Everything that we're going to be talking about here is all tying to what? Growing good. Because if you have cancer, no matter amount of money that you have there, it can't save you. And if you have stroke, you can't even raise your hand to enjoy it. Right? I had a patient that saw me about a month ago. He had heart failure, and I said, you have to be so careful, like you don't know what is coming. And he was laughing. He came back, brought him back 3 days after, and I said, I'm going to repeat it to you. Me, I don't mess my words. I said, you are making a choice between death and a life you may never enjoy. He went to me, didn't care too much about me. In the week he was in the hospital with heart failure, massive stroke. And he came to me. He was weeping. And I said, I shared with him my own life experiences. And I told him not to lose it. Because since he's alive. But this is a man in his 50s who has got ulcers on his buttocks because of the stroke. Because exercise is not about, once again, the last benefit of exercise is weight loss. It's not the first. This diagram I didn't make it. It comes directly from American Heart Association. It's from them. So it says that the trial of the effects of exercise on disease-free survival in patients with colon cancer provides, not probable. It says definite evidence that exercise offers additional what? Benefits to overall survival beyond what? Surgery and chemotherapy. This is the big thing that came out of the trial. Exercise has the same impact like taking the chemotherapy drugs. Exercise has the same impact like the surgery going in to take away what? The tumor. But the best thing in life is that most of the things are free. The vitamins are expensive. Right? The things that you are chasing are expensive. Exercise is free. I'm not going to go on here, but let me just say this. There's a lot of big push about weight loss medications, right? We know them. Ozempic, Zepam, and other things. May I tell somebody here? Listen to me. A lot of patients are referred to me by their primary care doctors to see whether I will approve for them to get this medication. And I ask them, are you getting the medication for beauty or for health? They say, why are you asking that question? The issue is this. If it's truly about health, then you will already be exercising to lose weight because it's better than the medicine. This is a recent review article in Circulation that has shown us that most of these medicines, when you take them, it makes you lose 3 things. It makes you what? Number one, it's to control your glucose. But the big thing is that it makes you lose weight. But this is what happens. It makes you lose body fat and the body muscle. But losing body muscle, there is unquestionable data that if you lose body muscle, in the long run, you die early. Right? So these medicines don't only make you lose the body fat, they also make you lose the body muscle, which should be 55 to 75% of your weight. And now listen to this. Now because the evidence, now when you stop taking the medication, the body fat will come back, but the body muscle doesn't come back. So now there is a lot of articles coming about it. So now the companies are making another drug. That's so that when you are taking your weight loss medicine, it will help you not to lose the body fat. How many medicines do you want to take? Yes. So now the point here is somebody needs to know, the doctors will tell you, these medicines were never made for what? Weight loss. These medicines were never made for weight loss. I just want somebody to understand. It was a side effect of the trial. And the pharmaceutical companies went after the side effect to make it a medicine. If you don't know, it was never intended as original. It was intended as a diabetic medication. But they found that side effect that it can also make you what? Lose weight. And they jumped on. Now they didn't even talk about the diabetes. They talk about the weight loss. And now there are trials about new medications that so that whilst you are taking the weight loss medication, you take the new medication to prevent you from having what? Muscle loss. When you exercise, you gain muscle. You don't lose muscle. You lose weight, and then what? May I say this? Let me run through a few things here, and I conclude. How many hours in a week do we have? Every day is 24 hours times 7. Roughly what? 140, 150. How many hours of exercise are we required a week? 2.5. 2.5 hours a week.
What?
2.5 hours a week is what is required. But 2.5 hours a week is what is required for exercise. But almost 70% of African Americans, I can tell you, don't exercise. I have stories upon stories. I and Doctor had a privilege, and Dr. B had a privilege to train in the neighborhood where it was all black. I never saw anybody run. The neighborhood changed to white, and I saw people running like you have no idea. They are my witnesses. So I'm saying 2.5 hours a week, yet we can't meet it. So what do we use our time for? So it's a decision we are here to make, so that I as a pastor and I as a doctor have done my part. It's a decision you need to make, that you commit 2.5 hours in a week just to exercise. And the greatest of them all, the easiest of them all, and that's why I showed you. The reason why we are is calculating it in minutes, right? And it's all that you need. All the benefit is found in this area, right? That's why you get the benefits. Mass over there, 150. The number 150 minutes, that's where it comes from. It's 2.5 hours. That's it. And you know what? It is free. When you walk, there's no charge.
What kind of exercise? Medium,
Walking.
Medium exercise.
We'll show you all, but we tell people, just do something. Do something in your leisure time. And can we show the screen? Do something in your leisure time. My connection is broken. Okay. So let me go back here, and then, so these are all forms of exercise, right? And a lot of them, especially the ladies, they are all in yoga. Yoga is do, but it's nothing. It doesn't make you live long. It may make you love your husband better, but it doesn't do you a whole lot, right? So I just want to be clear, I'm a brutal talking doctor. I mean, my patients know that. I will tell you what I think is going to happen. The man came to my office weeping, right? And I said, you said it. Why didn't you stress it? He said, we wanted me to beat you up before you could hear what I was saying. But I told him, he told me, you told me exactly that is about to happen. But we all have choices, right? So we want you to be in the middle if you can. But every little exercise makes a difference, right? This is what I've looked at. I've changed my life. I hate treadmill with passion, but I have to get on it because I have no choice. I always tell Danny, me and Danny will work together. I tell Danny, right, if they could put a treadmill in water, I would just be buying it. But it's not happening. That's my problem. Right? If they could put it in water, my whole problem will be solved. But it doesn't happen. So, this is what you do. And we are talking about leisure time what? Activity. When I'm on a treadmill, my wife will tell me by the time I'm done, I'm hitting every part of my body. But I have to do it. So now, because I'm hitting too much, I've decided to change from this to this. So swimming, I've registered, and I registered my whole house at the beginning for 1 year. Nobody has gone to swimming. Just to let you know, my wife is here. Yes, I bought for the whole house. Nobody has been there. So, because sometimes when I'm on the treadmill, my hip hurts. But when you do water exercise has 3 times the impact of any other thing here. You get 3 times the impact. Number one, when you're in water, you have weightlessness. So any hip pain, joint pain, all those things, they disappear. Physical exercise, that is the power of water exercise. So water exercise can get you some of these benefits that physical exercise cannot get you. So it's important for you and I to be able to, I hope that the slide will come. Let me show you. So these are all the benefits that you see So when you dance, dancing is good, so keep dancing in church, but it's going nowhere. Yoga has one star, right? It does you nothing. So a lot of the people, the women are saying, I'm doing yoga. Yoga will help you love people, but it's not getting it done. Okay? So by walking, aerobics, right? Aerobics, that's where the secret is. So every exercise that you do, it has a specific benefit. But this is why I'm showing these points. Muscle. This is what all the weight loss medicines will not do. Actually, the weight loss medicine, they will make you lose what? Muscle. So your goal should be to grow good. All right. Most of my patients who go on vacations, they tell me you don't need a lot of money, because when your children are grown, they told me, the 83-year-old, they said when your children are grown, you paid off your house and you have your car. They said the money is too much. The little they get is too much. And that's why they travel. And these days he tells me, whether I go to Japan, I can use my Visa card. There's no problem. So there is no limitation. You see, my patients have been my motivation. I can go on and on and on and on. What is the power of exercise? There is unquestionable benefits of exercise that you tend to what? You tend to see here. No vitamin, no medicine, nothing, absolutely nothing. Physical well-being, mental well-being, individual development, right? Social, all these things are not things. We are going to talk about economic development. That's one thing I've seen. The top guys, when you see them, they are not only top what? They are not only top just by money. Those who know that they have made long-term investments, right? They want to live to enjoy the benefits. Kidding me? If they have a whole life, then they want to live so that they can harvest. Because some of them, the investment have harvested, and it's when they get to around 70 that there is enough money for them to work, to take it out, enjoy, and it will still grow. So if you don't leave, you will not be there for him to be able to help you. This is where the number came from. 2.5 hours what? A week. Everybody do the calculation. 24 hours times 7 divided by 2.5. What is the fraction of exercise? Very small. Yet we don't do it. But I've realized, I told you, I've got people all over the world. When they go on vacation, the first hotel that they check in, they want to make sure there's a good gym. If you don't have a good gym, you know what we check? Breakfast. That's important. So, I would like to conclude with a slide. I hope you will make a decision to exercise. I can't talk to you too much about it, but the earlier you start, the better. And this is the graph that shows. When you are young, very early in life, if you don't exercise, no big deal. There's no difference between the two. But we know that even this curve is beginning to change. You see, at working age, this is where you have the widest gap in the benefit of exercise. Once you cross the age of 18, then life begins to what? Be separate. And if you look at this graph, you don't understand the benefits of it. But I'm going to explain certain principles to you. The gap begins to widen from 18 all the way. And when you are approaching somewhere here, in the second half of your working life, the graph is what? The gap is pendant. And you see, they don't widen anything, but it's pendant. And they come down with the people who earn what? Who do not exercise. These maintain their strength. There's decline in strength and balance. And these people that are alive end here. That's where they die. Whereas the people who engage in exercise, their lives end somewhere here. Every day you wait. Michael, listen. Every day you wait, right? You are not just going to catch up one day. A day will come that you will never be able to catch up. Because when you cross the second half, the ratio is the same to the time. If I've not done anything today, my prayer is that you will make a decision today, not because you want to look good so that you get a new husband, not to look good, to exercise to make you look good, right? Because exercise is not just making you look good. True exercise is to make you look good. God bless you.